The snow keeps coming across Colorado tonight. Heaviest of it is expected along the foothills and up in the mountains.
The eastern plains got slammed with snow today. This rain and snow started early this morning.
I-76 shut down Sterling to Nebraska for hours. That's back open tonight. I'll show you what our Corey Reppenhagen saw in Fleming earlier today. Basically, it was a whiteout. That area in Logan County got more than 9 inches of snow. We'll check with Corey in a couple of minutes.
Checking in with Kathy Sabin, tracking it all for us here this evening. You said it was coming, and here it is.
I know it's not nearly as eventful as we expected in Denver, but with a light ice glaze, some patchy, dense fog out there and a few flurries, it is a little bit slick on the roadways, and I'm watching as another round of rain and snow may come down the Front Range tonight and complicate the drive tomorrow morning. It's wet and icy with snow coming down in the Boulder area. The heaviest snow, as you mentioned, along the Front Range foothills and out across the northeastern plains, but there may be a round of snow overnight for the morning drive. As temperatures start to fall into the 20s, what does fall is going to freeze and accumulate, and we've seen some heavy accumulation in northeastern Colorado as the area of low pressure begins to rotate out of Colorado. And then we have on the back side of it another wave coming right down the I-25 corridor later tonight that could drop another 2 or 3 inches west of I-25, but still be a factor for Denver and the morning commute, even though we're not under any type of winter weather or travel advisory at this point. So we're not done yet. A little lull in the action, some freezing fog, ice glaze, more snow showers overnight. Yes, allow for a little extra time for the drive tomorrow morning. The accumulation amounts may be light but impactful because of the timing. I'll have more on that coming up.
It's not a super night to be driving up the hill. This was Highway 119 between US 6 and Blackhawk tonight. Road was blocked off and on by crashes. And if you're up there, you can expect snow and slow going on mountain passes and down through the foothills as well.
9 News reporter Brianna Clark is live in Golden now. How are things looking?
You guys, it is foggy outside. Visibility is extremely low. You can maybe see 100 feet in front of you if you're lucky. And on 285 tonight, we've heard reports of multiple crashes, but back here in Golden along I-70, the roads are pretty slick, and at some points it's hard to tell which even lane you're in. The plows are working to help with that, clearing snow in places where it has piled up. CDOT's biggest concern is that all of this will refreeze overnight and make a mess just in time for the morning commute. CDOT tells me crews have been putting down magnesium chloride to help prevent the ice from forming on the roads, but they can't do much about the ice forming on your windshield. At one point, we actually had to pull over to remove a layer of ice from our windshield wipers. I'm told plows will be out throughout the night removing snow in places where it's accumulated and putting down that treatment in problem areas like bridges and overpasses. So just keep in mind, go slow tomorrow morning if you're going to be out on the roads, guys.
Go slow.
Yeah.
Got it. Brianna Clark, thank you.
So while the storm is mostly missing the Denver metro area, it's another story on the eastern plains.
So, of course, that's where we send our storm chaser dude, meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen.
Yeah, this has been a big-time winter storm for parts of the eastern plains. I'm in Sterling right now. Light snow continues, but steady. We've had about 4 to 5 inches out here today, but just to the south of Sterling, 9 to 12 inches out that way. And it's that really heavy, wet snow, so there have been some power outages, but I'd say the biggest impact was to the roads. The heaviest snow fell in the morning hours, and Highway 34 and Interstate 76 had to both be closed because of accidents. I found a few cars crashed into ditches while trying to find alternate routes around the closures, like these 3 ladies that were trying to get back to Omaha. A very busy tow company told them it could take up to 3 hours to come and get them out. But despite the road troubles, this storm was mainly received with welcoming open arms by farmers and ranchers. It's really the perfect type of storm for winter wheat because the temps aren't too cold and the winds aren't too strong. Now this big snow will slowly melt over the next few days and seep into the roots of that wheat. And so expect this snow to continue overnight, although be it just light and steady, probably another inch or so during the overnight hours. But there could be some freezing on the roads come morning as the temperatures drop down into the low 20s out here on the eastern plains. In Sterling, meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen, 9 News.
Corey, thanks. Families gathered at a busy intersection in Highlands Ranch tonight to remember 13-year-old Alex Makowicz. He was hit and killed early yesterday morning near Highlands Ranch Parkway and Veniford Ranch Road. 9 News reporter Rachel Krause is live there now. Rachel, that vigil just wrapped up.
Yeah, we're still starting to see a few people really trickling out as they continue to pay their respects for Alex this evening. But an hour and a half ago, we saw dozens, well over 100 of classmates, friends, even coaches, and of course, family here on this corner as they all tried to process together why the 13-year-old was taken so soon and what happened in the crash that claimed his life yesterday morning. Now, despite the rain and the cold, Alex's loved ones gathered here on the corner of Highlands Ranch Parkway and Veniford Ranch Road. Alex's mother, Victoria, says her son was crossing the street yesterday, headed to school when this happened. She kept repeating 6:48. That's the time the Douglas Sheriff's Office says the first 911 call of the crash came in. Alex's stepdad says his son was a special kid, a great kid, one that changed their lives.
He made me a better father and a better person. I couldn't have asked for another special son in my life. And I'm going to truly miss him, and this is all dedicated for him. And I want to thank you all in the community for reaching out to us and helping us.
Now here today, Alex's mom says she knows nothing's going to bring her son back. Now remembering him for the goofball he was. Still, she says she wants to see something done about this busy corner, especially for all the other kids who will still have to cross this road on their way to school.
And just an unthinkable pain those parents are going through tonight. Brianne, thank you.
President Joe Biden came out fiery and defiantly proud of his record in tonight's State of the Union address. From the surging economy to falling inflation, the bipartisan effort to help Ukraine fight off the Russian invasion.
Now my predecessor, a former Republican president, tells Putin, quote, "Do whatever the hell you want." That's a quote. A former president actually said that, bowing down to a Russian leader. I think it's outrageous, it's dangerous, and it's unacceptable.
Biden repeatedly contrasted his positions with those of his predecessor, but he called on Donald Trump to join him in supporting a bipartisan border security bill that Democrats in Colorado hoped would include funding for migrant support in Denver. Republicans blocked that bipartisan border security bill after Trump said he was opposed to it.
We have a simple choice. We can fight about fixing the border, or we can fix it. I'm ready to fix it. Send me the border bill now.
Biden also tonight called for a review that could lead to the decriminalization of marijuana nationally. That could have ripple effects in Colorado, making it easier for cannabis businesses to work with banks and allowing marijuana users to legally have concealed carry permits. Biden also called for tax increases on billionaires to fund more affordable child care, among other things. He called for a ban on so-called assault weapons. And he said that the U.S. will build a temporary pier off the shore of Gaza to get aid directly to Palestinians besieged by Israel. The Republican response minutes ago was delivered by Alabama Senator Katie Britt, the youngest Republican woman ever elected to the U.S. Senate.
The American dream has turned into a nightmare for so many families. The true, unvarnished state of our union begins and ends with this. Our families are hurting. Our country can do better.
Britt spoke extensively about the crisis at the border, blaming President Biden, and at one point offering a graphic and detailed description of the gang rape of a child by traffickers.